Alright, so NASCAR is back this weekend. The 2024 South Point 400 around the Las Vegas Motor Speedway in Nevada gets the round of 8 underway. Now, obviously, I couldn't cover personally the last race at the Charlotte Roval, but oh my word, was it an eventful one. My good friend Phil, he filled it in for me while I was on holiday last weekend, which was very nice of him. But it's back to work, back to action, and of course we get underway for the round of 8 around Las Vegas. So let's have a look at the 5 drivers that I'm going to be paying special attention to this weekend. So we're going to start with none other than Kyle Larson, who of course won his 6th race in very dominant fashion last weekend in Charlotte. Of course, he leads the standings now as a result by 20 points, which is a very healthy margin indeed. And of course, he's had a lot of success at Las Vegas over the years as well. Now, this is a track that hosts 2 NASCAR races throughout the season, the South Point 400 but also the Pennzoil 400 as well earlier in the season. Now, he's won the Pennzoil race twice before, and also the winner of the South Point 400 at this time 12 months ago as well. So if he gets a victory come what may in the next 2 races, he will be through to the final 4 no matter what. And honestly, with the form he's in at the moment, you'd be very hard pressed to bet against him with that. But let's see what happens, because quite a few non-playoff drivers have won during the playoffs so far this season. I think, in fact, it's an even split of 3 for playoff drivers and 3 for non-playoff drivers in this Cup Series playoffs, which is just something incredible, really. I think it's been a long time since that has happened properly. But yeah, let's have a look at another playoff driver in this race, Joey Logano. Joey Logano controversially into the round of 8. I will cover what happened with Alex Bowman very soon. But yeah, Joey Logano currently the 8th and last place driver in the playoffs. He got an 8th last time out in the Charlotte Roval, but he needs to get some more points this weekend. But in fairness, it's only 11 points up to the 4th place driver at the moment, which is of course William Byron in the standings. So there's plenty of time to recover that. He's not out of this by any means. Las Vegas is not a bad track for him either, of course. He's won the race, the South Point 400 in 2022, so it's not been that long, and he's also won the Pennzoil race twice in 2019 and 2020 as well. So Logano going into a track that he'll expect a good result around, and again, just like we did it with Atlanta earlier in the season, if he comes out of the trap swinging and gets a win in this race, he'll be through to the final 4 no matter what. Next up, let's talk about Denny Hamlin. He comes into this one, also needs to improve in his position as well. He currently sits in 6th place in the standings. He will need to overtake William Byron and Ryan Blaney at least to get into the playoffs. That is, of course, unless he wins, and he has won here in 2021. The South Point 400 in 2021, he did manage to win a few years ago. It's been a while, but at the end of the day, Hamlin could really go for the playoffs and really go for the final 4 with a victory, of course, in this race too. And now let's talk about Alex Bowman, the only non-playoff driver that I'm going to cover in this race today. Oh my word, Bowman. Oh, I mean, there's all kinds of conspiracy theories going around. The NASCAR forums have very much been, kind of livened up. They've really thrown petrol onto that fire with that one. There are all kinds of conspiracy theories about that. I'm not going to cover them in this. I'm not doing that. But the fact remains is that unfortunately he was disqualified due to an underweight car at the Charlotte Roval. I personally think it's because he went over the turtle and really flew up in the air, and something got kicked off of the car. There were some angles that showed apparently that something did fall off the car during that incident. I didn't really see anything fall off, but I wear these glasses for a reason. My eyes aren't the best. But anyway, the end result is that he unfortunately got disqualified, and he's out of the playoffs as a result of that. He would have made it otherwise. But yeah, so he comes into this one very disappointed with that, and he's very much going in with a point to prove, no doubt, as well. He's never won around Las Vegas as far as I can tell on the records, so it'd be a big surprise if he managed to do it this weekend. But I'm backing him for a good result, top 5, top 10 at least. I reckon he'll get this win, and it would be very NASCAR for him to actually get a victory this weekend as well. And the final driver that I'm going to cover today is William Byron. I mentioned him a few times because he is effectively on the bubble. He is that dotted line. Everybody behind him is going to try and overtake him. He is only 4 points ahead of the 5th place driver Ryan Blaney, and he's only about 11 points ahead of Joey Logano, so it's very much work still to do for him. Very much work to do for all the playoffs drivers, to be honest with you, but he did win the Pennzoil race here in 2023, so he's not bad around this Las Vegas circuit at all. But yeah, there we go guys, those are the 5 drivers I'm looking out for this weekend around the Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the 2024 South Point 400. Who do you think is going to win this weekend? My money is on Kyle Larson. I've got a feeling that he's going to make it back-to-back this weekend, but let's see what happens in this race. And yeah, glad to be back, glad to be covering stock cars again for you guys, and we'll see you very soon for some more NASCAR content right here on the NASCARchronicle.com. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell as well, and we'll see you very soon, guys. Have a good one.